Hello everyone, Oliver here with another custom spotlight. Now before we get started, allow me to address the elephant in the room. That of course being the 75th anniversary of the Railway series and the Thomas franchise as a whole. Happy birthday, Thomas! Your franchise is currently dying due to the sheer ineptitude of a greedy corporation that doesn't understand you, but it's not all bad. Yeah. With that slightly depressing note out of the way, allow me to just quickly say I did have a certain custom planned for the 75th anniversary, but I still need to wait to get more paint to actually make it, and considering the current state of the world right now, that's not exactly easy, so it's gonna have to be put on hold for a bit. So, instead, we will be focusing on another mid-Sodor custom, this time that custom being Tim the Tram engine. For those of you who don't know, Tim was an engine who worked on the Mid-Sodor Railway alongside Duke, Stewart and Falcon. Though he never appeared in the books or the TV series, his existence was acknowledged in Sodor, Its People, Railways and Histories. A physical model of him also existed on the Reverend W. Audrey's layout. The model was made from a freelance design locomotive that the Reverend bought and modified, so Tim technically doesn't have a basis. We don't know much about him as a character, but we do know that he pulled passenger trains to Kasny Harwin. And that's about it. Unlike most of the Mid-Sodor engines, Tim is fitted with a set of side plates and is labelled a tram engine because of this. Although he is not the only engine to actually have these, the other one being Albert, his are different because his actually completely cover up his wheels and side rods, while Albert's are still exposed. Tim's body was made from a Freddy, which I cut up and then placed on the chassis of Flora. The face is from an old-style mic, which I repainted. Unlike Albert, who was tedious but still somewhat fun while working on, Tim was just plain stressful. Cutting up the Freddy for the body was the worst part of it, and he actually got a little misshapen while I was cutting him, so I had to end up filling some spots in with clay, which is still kind of noticeable. But yeah, overall, I'm just happy to finally be done with this, and I am dreading the day I'll have to make Jim. But before we end this off, allow me to quickly talk about a custom which I don't think would really need its own video. That being Cora, the tool van. Cora is a small tool van who also served as Stewart's brake van on occasions. She worked on the Mid-Sodor Railway before being saved and brought to the Skarloey Railway after its closure. Cora was made from an Aubrian brake van with paper wrapped around it to cover up the gaps in the body, since I didn't really need it how it was. The face came from an Adventures Henrietta. Originally I was planning on painting her face on to match the look of the coaches in the television series, and also to make her look a bit more accurate to her Railway series counterpart, but I eventually changed my mind and decided to give her a grey face to match the look of the troublesome trucks, as she is technically one of them herself. Albeit a bit better behaved, I'd imagine. And yeah, that's really about it. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to let me know what you think of these customs down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.